Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, my name is Paulina and this channel is all about beauty, and that includes makeup, skincare and fragrances mostly. So today we have another fragrance to talk about. This is another new release for 2023 and this is Vie Est Belle Extrait. This is actually the second flanker of Vie Est Belle that has been released this year, which is quite interesting. So the one I got is 30 ml and this one is actually in stronger concentration. So this is not your regular eau de parfum, this is L'Extrait de Parfum. So first of all, let's have a look at the bottle. I mean, it is stunning, isn't it? I really like how it looks. It does look different compared to the previous flankers of Vie Est Belle, but to be honest, this is quite a different scent as well. So this is the flanker of Vie Est Belle Eau de Parfum, which was actually released in, I think it was 2012. The original Vie Est Belle was a gourmand fragrance. It has this praline note with some patchouli, some fruity and floral notes as well, a little bit of iris, but it was very kind of like sweet gourmand scent in general. Most flankers had this gourmand quality still. It seems like recently the Vie Est Belle creators have been loving iris. At least the last three fragrances had a very pronounced iris note, and that's Oui, Blanche and Iris Absolue. These three fragrances were very strongly based on iris, and this fragrance is no exception here as well. It also has this very strong iris note. This fragrance is mostly described as floral amber, and I have to agree, this is how I would describe it. I mean, obviously iris is a floral note, so that makes perfect sense, but this is mostly an ambery scent, even though it doesn't have amber listed as one of its notes. So the top notes here are frankincense, red fruit and bergamot. Middle notes are iris, pallida and damask rose, and then base notes, it's just only one oud. So okay, first of all, frankincense, yes, there's a lot of frankincense. I think this is a dominating note in this fragrance. Second note would be iris, so a very powdery iris and this blast of frankincense. Next thing I need to mention is that I don't really get much oud here. I mean, there's a certain woodiness to it, but it doesn't really smell like oud to me, to be honest. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I really like how this fragrance smells, but just so that you know that if you're expecting a very oudy fragrance, that's not necessarily it. So as you can imagine, this fragrance is not particularly similar to the original Vie Est Belle. I would say in terms of like similarity, this will be like a distant cousin. I mean, there is a resemblance, but it's not particularly prominent. This is a very warm ambery fragrance. That frankincense note is definitely there. I think the most of the similarity is actually in this iris note. That, I mean, this iris note has been pretty much like everywhere in most of Vie Est Belle fragrances. Recently has been very pronounced, and it is quite pronounced in this fragrance too. I think it kind of connects to the whole family of fragrances, but it's not particularly similar to the original scent. I think this is a really nice winter addition to the Vie Est Belle family. It's very warm, it's very cozy. That frankincense note, it's just makes it perfect for like pretty much that time of the year. It is really good for lasting. I mean, that's what you would probably expect from this higher concentration. It does have a good sillage, but it's not too overpowering, so maybe not like 100% office scent, but I guess you could still work with people wearing that. In my mind, this is more of a daytime fragrance, even though I would associate it with like a little bit colder weather. I don't think this fragrance is a safe blind buy though, because it's one of those fragrances that could go either way. If you really like most like Vie Est Belle flankers, this one is quite different. So I mean, who knows, you might not like it. If you're not a fan of like previous releases and you were kind of like looking for something that you might like at some point, I mean, there's still a little bit of this original Vie Est Belle DNA here, so I mean, who knows, maybe that will bother you. Also, this very prominent frankincense and iris combo, again, this might be something that you will love, but maybe it will bother you. So I think there's too many maybes here, and definitely a fragrance I would recommend testing before buying. Personally, I actually really like it. I think this might actually become one of my favorites this winter, so I can't wait to start using it. But as I just said, I think this is probably one that you should try before buying. I think it's quite unique. I don't think I have anything quite like that in my collection, which actually makes me always very excited for a fragrance, and I definitely recommend testing it. So what do you guys think? Have you tried this fragrance already? If so, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about it. Thank you very much for watching. For more fragrance related videos, check these ones over here. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye.